one of the very many things that I've realized is that I am indeed a little bit cuckoo, and I cannot fix this on my own.
Hey lovely, welcome to my channel, Conscious Healing. Here we revel in our feelings, and I'm all about that natural spiritual energy, electrical like solar panel. It's all about love and light, and we're not above fighting the good fight. So come chill at my domain while I react. It's mostly my opinion, but often it's just facts. It's a hard knock life, but open up and we'll have a laugh.
Light bulb moment, brain explosion. I can't do it on my own. Hi again, I hope I found you well. Thank you for joining me back on my channel, Conscious Healing. I hope you're having a great week so far. I hope that you're doing everything in your power to be as happy as you possibly can. I'm going to talk today about my borderline personality diagnosis. If you've been on my channel previously, then you are well aware that one of my very first videos was talking about my personality disorder. And if you're new to this channel, then, oh, hello. I'm a little bit cuckoo. I mean, human beings are social creatures. We are entities that require socialization. We require help from other people, support, love, all of that. Now, me, having come from trauma, having dealt with trauma, hence why I have borderline personality disorder, I'm certainly in need of help and support from the people around me. So much more than I realized, and that's one of the main reasons as to why I am the way that I am today. So I've had to really remind myself of that during difficult moments, during moments where I don't want to talk to anyone, where I don't feel like sharing with anyone. I have to remind myself that I kind of need to, otherwise I will just sit here and drive myself into the wall. So first things first, bear that in mind when you are dealing with someone who has a borderline personality disorder or any personality disorder, or if that's you yourself. Be kind to yourself and remember that you need people in your life. And people remember that we need you. So do try to be there for us in the best way that you know how, without putting yourself at a detriment, of course, without putting yourself in a situation where you're not happy for whatever reason. It's okay to be honest and to communicate your feelings and your emotions. Yes. So love and support, greatly needed, greatly appreciated. I also learned that my borderline personality disorder ain't going nowhere. Nope. She's here to stay, unfortunately. And that was a scary thing to realize. That was a scary thing to be told. It was like, so I'm basically I'm gonna be like this for, like, if you deal with any kind of personality disorders or anger problems or anything that kind of makes you act out of character once in a while, then you know exactly what I'm talking about, and you know that it's not the easiest thing to manage. But that's what we have to do. We have to manage it throughout our lives. I have to just keep trying to do the things that are helpful, do the things that will make it better, things like exercise, working out, yoga, eating well, keeping good people around me who understand me, who want to understand me, who are genuinely kind-hearted people, because they will actually consider your feelings when, you know, even without you needing to ask them, even without you realizing or knowing. They'll just do things for you that they know will make your life easier. And as someone who struggles with life on a daily basis, it's really important to have people around me who understand the stress of that alone in itself. And so when and if they can, will be very happy to do things for me that will alleviate any of that stress along my day. So keeping people that are nice and good-hearted is also important. And yeah, now for the third one. This is off the top of my head. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning and I couldn't sleep, so I was like, let's make a video. And so I am. Boy, what have I learned? That I am the problem. Okay, I'm not the problem 100% of the time. However, I am the problem sometimes. And even if I'm not the one that started the problem, I realize that I don't do a very good job of ending it either. And I remember being called petty by someone before. Now, the girl who called me petty had no reason to call me petty, because let's be real, you will never see my petty side, bitch. Never. Well, maybe you have now, but at that time, she hadn't. And in fact, and I still believe this, even looking back, because I know what being petty is now, especially now. And so I wasn't being petty then. The truth of the matter was that she actually was a petty bitch, and she wasn't even. Anyway, yeah, you can have all these different personality traits and not have anything wrong with you, and vice versa. But what's my point? I learned something, didn't I? yeah, so I have the power to exacerbate a situation and make it worse, or to put the fire out, you know, extinguish that bitch. And my emotions would get the better of me quite often. And so I wasn't exercising my discipline in regards to my emotions and being able to watch what I say and, you know, be nicer about how I express myself and things like that, even when I am feeling upset, you know. I really struggled with that. So there's a lot of people that I think about in my life that, you know, we probably could have still been cool, even if we weren't as close as we were. We probably could have still been cool if I hadn't had made such a big thing about the situation, because I tend to get quite upset and I will blow up, especially if it's from someone that I don't expect that kind of behavior from, or if you've actively upset me by lying or doing something that you know what I mean. So my reactions would just be so like a different person. And realizing that, because in the moment I wouldn't really notice it, I was just justified in the way that I felt, and I would feel that, and that was that. But now it's like, okay, well, actually your reaction can make a big difference on the situation. So depending on how and if you react at all, it can depend on how everything goes, whether or not they change their mind in the way that they're treating you, whether or not they carry on treating you badly, whether or not they feel bad for what they've done. So you have a lot more power and control than you think. I try to remind myself of that, and I think everyone should bear that in mind if you're in either category, the neurotypical or the neurodivergent category. So take your pick. But lastly, I can't do it. I've said it already, which is why I stopped, but it's like I need professional help. The people around me can help and they can be there for me and support me and everything, but when I have my moments, it's definitely not easily dealt with by lay people. So professionals are a lot more equipped in helping me to manage that and deal with that. Even though it is at a minimal, it could be even less. Ideally, I wouldn't ever blow up, because I'd be able to process my emotions and deal with it in a more efficient and a more positive and productive way. So yes, I'm about to start therapy soon, hopefully NHS shit, because I'm Pole. So, you know, if that all sort of goes to plan, I'd like to share the results and, you know, give some insight into anyone who's considering therapy, because if you are, I could tell you how helpful it is or isn't. But at the same time, it's not for everyone, and also you would never know until you try it. But it can obviously help if someone has similar things to you, you know, similar lifestyle, similar brain, whatever the hell. And so you can kind of compare notes and see if what works for them might work for you, because it's very possible, isn't it, just? So yeah, that's pretty much 4, I think it was, things about my borderline personality that I've learned over the last year. I'm still working on myself. I'm still trying to grow and heal and be a better person. And I still have bad days, and I still am mean, and I still slip up. But I'm very real about my feelings, very real about my personality, and very real about my flaws and my contribution, accountability. I can do that real well. And yeah, I just usually wish that other people would be a bit more considerate. I mean, I've got story times, because I've had people not believe me that I had mental health issues, or still treat me badly after I told them, or triggered me to the point where I've just flipped out, and then I'm the bad guy. And it's like, it's so hard to have a personality disorder where you change so much to a point where you don't really identify with the person that you end up becoming. But then I guess I'm really working on integrating those two sides of me, because it only makes perfect sense that I would have this outlandish, aggressive side to me, because it's a defense mechanism. It's a protection from all the trauma that I've gone through. My brain has said, no, you know, we need to make sure that you're not going to allow anything bad to happen to you again. So whenever there's a sense of threat or danger, then shit, you better fucking let them know. And I would do, but I guess I was doing too much. You know, it's like before I would do too little, now I'm doing too much. And so there's like, you gotta find a middle ground. And we're working on that part. We're kind of just like, yeah. So yeah, that's just a little bit of insight into the mind of a BPD human, but a high functioning one. So don't compare me to no other BPD bitches, because I'm not them. everyone's individual. My life experiences will definitely have catered a lot to why I am the way that I am. Wherever you're from, you sometimes have to restrict yourself a little bit or a lot, because it's just not something that you can really share. And so there was a lot of that. There was a lot of holding in, a lot of holding back. And then, so eventually when I did explode, maybe I'll do another video, but basically it's a very complex mental condition, but it's not as scary as it might seem. I think people are often afraid of people that have like mental disorders, and it's like, you shouldn't judge people based on what they have going on. You should judge them based on the experience you get from them, which is why I'm never mad or feel some kind of way about people who have chosen to distance themselves from me when I have sort of flipped out on them, because it's like, you have a right to not be around that, even though I might feel I have a right to express myself the way that I did because of whatever. You know, you have a right to be like, well, I'm not dealing with that because of whatever. So each to their own at the end of the day. But wouldn't it be so beautiful if we all just understood each other, so that it's not like a thing where, oh, you're taking it personal. Like, if I flip out on you, don't take that shit personal. I'm cray-cray. If you do something to me, maybe I shouldn't take it so personal, and then I won't flip out, you know? So it's like, we all depend on each other, and we could all work together to make things smoother. Don't you want to do that? I do. So if you do, then like, share, subscribe, thumbs up, share. And look after yourselves and try to be happy in life, because then you won't be an asshole. Thanks for watching.